Hey, what's going down tonight, everybody? So here we are. Another Friday night is upon us. And rather than going out for dinner or to the bar, you chose to stay here with us tonight. Or you just never went out on a Friday night to begin with. And that's cool because I don't either. But without further ado, I'm going to bring out my co host, Fannin Studios. What's going on, man?
What's going on, everybody? How's it going, Red? What do we got going on tonight?
Oh, we got Electric Blue Station on, but I think first, before we go get into that stuff, obviously Wenzilla's not here. He's got some stuff going on. He's gonna take a break from social media for a while. We're here if you need us, brother. So yeah, take all the time you need. Sometimes just you gotta work on yourself, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll welcome him back with open arms when he's ready to return. But
Yep.
until then, you're gonna have
Brad,
to party.
real quick, how long does it take to treat herpes? Oh, we weren't supposed to say anything. All right, sorry.
I don't think that's it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Wenzilla, we wish you all the best, brother. We love you. The whole community's here for you. If you need us for anything, just reach out. Here we are. So we're past that little part. Next, we're gonna bring out our station. So our guest, who also has a station. But everybody, welcome Electric Blue Station to the show tonight.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, maybe he froze.
You have to uncover the camera, Blue.
Yeah. See what he says here. Okay, yeah. I think maybe he's having some technical difficulties. So until he arrives, we have no shortage of other things we want to talk about. So, Fannin, you've been working on some stuff, and you're starting to do pretty much consistently a live stream once a week, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it once or twice a week. I am having a blast doing live streams. I like to, I don't know if it's the ADHD or if it's just the type of maker I am, but I like communicating with people while working on things. So that's been a fun little custom stream that I've been trying to do on Tuesdays and Mondays. It's been super cool. It's a laid back chat. People come in. We kind of just, bounce things off each other. I show you what I'm working on. I've done some unboxings too. I showed off some stuff in the last chat before. And it's just been the outpouring of people that have turned up. Like, I thought I'd get one or two people from, either the World Makers Consortium or, some of the people from Dom's channel that like to come over, or some of the guys from the Multi-Galactic Trade Route. And I had a stream where like 28 people showed up. Thank you, Waste Man. I appreciate that. I had 28 people watching at once, which was awesome. So I am having a blast doing it. I show off the dogs and cats sometimes when they're there. And it's just a really cool laid back stream. There's really no set schedule yet. There will be one now that I've upgraded my streaming capabilities and I'm coming at you live in HD. I don't know how it's coming through on your end, but it's looking good here on mine.
Yeah, we can actually like see your face and you're not doing the ghosting.
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'll wear a mask next week.
But now that now that I can see you clearly, I don't know. Maybe I have some regrets about bringing you on the show. I don't know.
Absolutely reasonable. I get it. No. But now that I've upgraded my streaming abilities, got fiber installed today and it's been phenomenal. So we'll be doing some upgrades. I'll be introducing some new camera angles, hopefully really, setting the stage for doing a dedicated at least twice a week live stream, because it's awesome. I love talking to people. I love showing off my work. Apparently I like to see my own face and hear myself talk. So it's been super cool.
Nice. So I'm not sure. Yeah, he's still having a few problems with the camera there, but we'll just keep going until he can get on here. Hopefully he gets on here soon.
I'm not sure where he's based, but I know here in upstate New York in the Northeast, we're getting hammered by thunderstorms tonight. So it could be something weather related.
Yeah, we did a test last week there and he was like coming in like perfect. So I don't know. Hopefully he gets on here soon. But in the chat, we've got Bjorn here. He had his tent set up yesterday, of course, as usual.
What up, Bjorn?
Red Canada. This guy's setup is so cool, man. He's got these like cubby holes. It's very like Akira, like sci-fi future city kind of setup.
Like cyberpunk.
Yeah, no doubt, eh? And then Starboy Station is here. We got a little work I did this week, actually, that was heavily inspired by his setup. So I finally got around to doing that. Jason Jensen Trains. He sent me some of his kits there, and I've got them together and stuff like that. So I plan on doing like a bit of a video mini spotlight on them. They're actually really cool. He sent me a couple of these barricades. Yeah, those things. I just started painting them up, and of course I painted mine like black and yellow. Yeah,
That's
those
the
are
next set. I ordered up 2 sets, and I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do black and white for the police, and like do some blue highlights. But
cool.
they're freaking cool, man. They're at the perfect height. I mean, if you wanted to use them for, I'm not trying to encourage the wrong scale. Okay, we are the number 1/118th scale international world building, YouTube show here at 8 o'clock on Friday nights. But they also scale well with 12-inch figures. You know what I mean? They're like those little curb blockers that just keep vehicles from going over. If you wanted to use it in 1/12 scale. 1/18th scale, they're the perfect height for barricades. You can use them for, like you said, black and yellow for like construction or caution. You can use them blue and white for like police. Come up with your own color scheme. But also, I might do one like as a war barricade, like something that's used to hide behind in a firefight, because it does have these convenient lines of fire and places to duck down and everything. So if you got G.I. Joe, or you're getting in on some of these Kickstarters for the O-ring figures for your world building, check these out. I highly recommend the stuff that Jason makes, and his 3D printing stuff is immaculate. The kits, the accessories. I got some a couple of weeks ago, and they're just
pretty well. And I love how he combines the 3D printing with those. Like he also sent me a couple panels where you pop a couple sections out, and then he's got the 3D printed panel, and you throw that in there, and it turns into whatever. But oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, go check out Jason Jensen Trains. He sells all the stuff that he makes. And
here's a free tip. When you pop your kits out, save the what would be the sprue if you were building, a plastic model kit. Save these pieces. I glued the 2 of them together, and I'm going to be spray painting them, and it looks like just something that you would find on the side of a wall or on a panel. You reorient it, put a straw in there or something so it looks like a pipe, and it's a piece of world building, and it's included in there. You know me, I'm all about recycling, reusing, zero waste. There it is.
No doubt. Oh, that's killer. And then we got High Zone 5. He's just getting into the resin printing, so sounds like it's going. It's a different animal, right? And then we got Outer Multiverse. Hey man, what's going on? Of course, Waste Man here. What's going on, Pale Mango? Actually got some new names in the chat here tonight too, so that's pretty cool. Sky Bottom Station, what's going on, brother?
What up, man?
Nice. What's going on tonight, man? Holy cow, man. Nice turnout tonight. Yeah, thanks for everybody for coming out tonight. Holy cow. I'm just trying to get through here and give everybody a proper shout out. But
Brad, real quick before we jump forward, somebody just said something about that lava flow back there. How did you do that? That's it took me a minute. I thought it was just like a pillar, but now that I can see it clearly, your volcano behind you it looks like maybe Castle Grayskull's chilling behind it.
Oh no, it's Snake Mountain, but basically kind of the same thing. But
is that a Star Trek thing? What is that?
Yeah, Snake Mountain. Yeah, it's totally Star Trek. But I'm gonna bring in our guest tonight because he is here.
Sorry.
There he is. Sorry. All right.
Electric Blue is here.
Woo! Sorry about that. My internet decided to die at the exact moment I tried to come on. So
rest in peace.
You're coming in great now, man. And it's good to have you here. I had your IG page queued up in case I had to you weren't here, and I was like, oh, okay, well, no, check this picture out. So, all right, Electric Blue Station made it. Thanks so much for coming on the show. I know we met last week, but yeah, it's nice to meet you again tonight.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Fannin. Nice to
meet you, brother. Nice.
Good to see you again.
I'm excited to see the layout that you've got going on behind you, because that looks like there's a lot going on, and my eyes are just darting all around. Didn't get a chance to go through your Instagram. I actually prefer to hear it from the guests, like when Rad tells me that there's a guest coming on. I love being able to just all right, I'll wait. I'll subscribe, but I'll wait. I won't look at anything, because hearing what you're excited about makes me more excited for it. So it's awesome to have that experience. So really glad you're here on the show tonight.
Nice.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
Fatback Station's here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. We got our guest electric blue station, and we're gonna go over a couple other things before we get to the big reveal of the station. But Fannin, you also added, and I've got a ton of these on deck ready to go because of you. So you did this like awesome like dinosaur pack mule thing.
Another one of Gimmick's megafaunas. As you can actually see in the background of that, I did a Pentaceratops, kind of like a caravan wagon that you would see like in Romania, you know, walking down on a wagon, but I put it on a Pentaceratops, and I was like, man, you know, I'm going to keep doing these dinosaurs, kind of Dinotopia inspired, but I did a Triceratops. I didn't overload him with kit. He does have kit and stuff, but I kind of wanted to have maybe, you know, just kind of like someone's leading a horse to auction or leading it, you know, to be loaded up onto a truck to be shipped somewhere. So I made a little saddle that's EVA foam and a piece of khaki pants. I singed the edge with a flame, and it gives it that world worn look. Any paint that was on my hands, I just kept working. Can you guys hear that thunder? That is some thunder.
Oh wow, I didn't actually hear that.
Yeah, and made saddle pieces for it and just made it look world worn and lived in. I'm not 100% in love with the paint job on the dinosaur itself, but that's life. You know, not everything I'm going to be 100% in love with that I make, but I do love the character that I added to it with the broken horn. You see that with bulls sometimes. You're obviously going to see that with, you know, dinosaurs that fight deers that lock their antlers up. They chip the tips off. So I did that, and then I just threw a little goofy cowboy hat on my Gimmick self, threw him on the saddle, made a couple of ropes and knots. My best friend, she has horses, and I haven't learned a goddamn thing about tying anything related to equestrian knots or anything like that. So if she sees that, I'm sorry. It's not a real horse. It's a dinosaur. I don't know.
Maybe they do it differently with dinosaurs. You never know. Maybe it's
in space they do it differently. Yeah.
Oh yeah, in space, no one knows how you tie your knots. I think that's how that saying goes.
Yep.
Well, we've got. I think I'm gonna wager a guess here. This is your son in the chat tonight.
Oh wow! Hey Micah, how's it going?
Always good, man. You gotta get out and support your family and stuff like that. Family is very important. It doesn't have to be blood family. It can just be whatever family you choose, I guess. But going forward here, I know Starboy's in the chat tonight too. So I finally pulled the trigger on one of my projects. I've got another one that's like lit up sign wall or whatever. But I found this old entertainment stand they were throwing out at the dump, and it had this huge glass door on the front. So I used it as like a transparent kind of like whatever apartment, hotel kind of thing. And I've got it broken down into just different segments. Like I've got the bottom floor, and the rock band is moved in there and stuff like that. And then, yeah, so I 3D printed that hut. I think I've got to put another couple coats of paint on him, but he was like in a hover chair, so I just stuck him on a barrel for now. But I'm printing those. And then over off to the side there, I've got Zero the Hut, who is going to be a total pain in the ass to paint, man. He's like purple, but he's got all these like yellow tribal markings and crap.
Cool tattoos.
So I'm actually going to have to take my time painting. And then, yeah, we got our like VIP docking bay. So that's my latest, I guess, in the works project inspired by Starboy Station. And I know we're like mostly 1/18th on this show, but I picked up a figure this week, man, that actually floored me. Like I opened it up, got it on my hands. It's not overly complicated, but it would make an awesome if you're into 1/18th or 1/12th world building. These would make like such an awesome like robot drone if you bought like a whole whack of these guys. I've got like 2 of them so far. So, but it's the NECA Steel Clan from the Gargoyles line, the Ultimates. But man, when I got this figure in hand, I was like, you swap the head out on that sucker, would make like an awesome, like kind of like just super evil like robot army or something. But I don't know. At $45 a pop, you might want to think about that.
It's not lost on me or other NECA collectors, I'm sure, that they can include those wings in there, but they can't include Goliath's wings in the Goliath.
Oh, dude. I've got them on you can't see in my camera, but I've got them on a shelf, and literally it's the biggest fucking shelf in the world. And because of that wingspan, So I got Goliath, and then I had to buy Bronx, and Bronx came with Goliath's wings that were over his shoulder, and I think the Maza or Misa or whatever the hell her name is, the cop, they're Alyssa, the cop comes with, I think it's Damona's or one of the other ones draped. It's like, oh my god, guys, like holy cow. Like I'm totally all in on it, but it's like just make their wings hinge or something. Like a million toys before that have done it. So I don't know what their deal is, but they are real estate monsters.
Mattel figured it out with the wings on all the flying lizards in the Jurassic line. Like they make really nice posable wings with fabric that you could do that. I don't know why nobody did, but the aftermarket people are making those, but it's not lost on people. And it didn't get lost on me because as soon as I saw that, I was like, who do I got to buy to get the wings? Oh no, they're packed in.
There you go.
So you can't do that with Goliath. You can't do that with Hudson or, sorry, I'm not into that scale, but I grew up on gargoyles. I grew up with those Disney cartoons that were on Fox. Like it hits a certain nostalgic nerve, and then I see that and I'm just like, god damn, if I buy one I have to buy another one. And that's great for like consumer, you want to get people in on your line of figures, but Jesus, Mary and Joseph, like you're killing me with that.
Some figures, yeah, it's like that. You go there and you're like, you've avoided it forever. Classified was like that for me. Then I finally got one in hand, and it was like my favorite figure, favorite character from when I was a kid, and just gets a hold of you. And it's like, oh my god, here I go down another rabbit hole. And it's like, but it's the way she goes, man. But no, I like have a really good connection with gargoyles. I still couldn't, when I went back to watch it, couldn't believe it was a Disney cartoon. It's dark, man. They like stab guys and like kill people and stuff.
Drop people off of skyscrapers and stuff. Like,
oh yeah, man. Like that's pretty dark for a Disney cartoon. Like I was like, wow. But anyways, so Electric Blue Station is here tonight. Why don't you take the first opportunity here to like kind of tell us a bit about what you do and plug whatever you want to do. Tell people where to go to find you.
Yeah, sure. A little bit of an introduction. Name is Bob, and I'm a RN. I work at a hospital in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it got pretty stressful around COVID, a couple of years ago, and I was looking for something that was relaxing, and then I just got into, like you guys talk about, nostalgia. I just started getting into collecting, and then collecting all the figures that I had as a kid or wanted as a kid. And then I saw probably about a year and a half ago Empire Toy Works, his setup, and it blew me away. And I was getting kind of burnt out doing fish tanks, and I had this gigantic 9-foot behemoth stand that you see back here that you could park a small car on. So I decided to take off all the aquariums, and then I went crazy and started building this Electric Blue Station behind me. I named it after my daughter's favorite fish. It's a Lake Malawi fish, electric blue. It has like a pretty blue color. So I just said, I'll name it the Electric Blue Station. And, year and a half later, I got this behind me.
Wow, that's a year and a half, man. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
No, go ahead.
Crazy.
I do have to say, number one, thanks for what you guys did in healthcare and what you continue to do. My sister is a nurse and she works the ER, and it's just the level of stress that you guys put up with on a regular time frame, let alone at the height of a pandemic. So, I mean, tremendous. But like you said, you wanted something that was less stressful. You picked toy collecting. Some people would argue that gets stressful too, but when you set the barometer for pandemic in a hospital versus toy collecting, it changes the scale. But that's super cool. And you said that you used to have aquariums there, so I'm seeing over your shoulder, over your left shoulder, I believe it is, that you have some aquarium plants there. How much did that factor into your world building? What you had from your aquariums, like, does it theme and inspire you in how you decorate, or do you just utilize those things and maybe put them here and there because you had them?
That's an interesting question. I never really thought about it. It did influence my building the station because I did want to add color to it and give a kind of organic feel to it and that make it look more realistic to me and just inviting. So yeah, that did factor into things and stuff that I learned from aquariums, PVC pipes, and just making rock work. Like it may be kind of hard to see, but this stuff back here, this is called Pukani reef rock, and this stuff has
Oh yeah,
been
yeah.
fun to work with. It's really light and you can stack it and put it up, and
Huh.
I put all around Galactus. So yeah, it really did influence my building of the station.
Nice.
Very
We've got Timbo Toys. What's going on, man? Glad you can make it out tonight. You know, the one name I'm not seeing in the chat that's usually here, Pirates of the Galaxy, is not here, and I think it is 100% because he bought an Xbox and Starfield this week.
Yep.
I put it off for another week. I'm like, I got stuff to do. I got things to do before I play Starfield, man. I'm not, but it's like those games like that and Fallout 4, they're like a world builder's dream, right? Like it's full customizable, you build whatever the heck you want, but it's still not as tangible and nice as like having your own physical station, that's for sure.
Oh, my
But
son loves Minecraft. He builds entire worlds on there. He just he showed me some of his stuff, and then I'm blown away by it. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
oh, there you go, fam, and he's late. He's apologizing.
That's my girlfriend. Hello.
Okay, so that's Raymond's girlfriend on there. But yeah, so you have been building for about a year and a half, and you're kind of unique. And like usually we focus on the 1/18th builders, but I do Marvel Legends and stuff like that. I do 112 setups too, and I love like you got this like combination where you've got 112, and then it just transitions to like 1/18th, and it all just seems to work. What are you working around? Are you gonna try and focus more on 1/18th now, or are you?
Yeah, I'm running out of room, so I'm gonna start focusing on 118. It I just kind of organically started going uh, towards 118 in certain areas of the station, like on the upper levels here, like the docking bays. I just organically did it. I didn't even think about it. I just went 118 up there. Yeah, and I figured, oh, that's perspective. If it's up higher, then it's okay to have small figures. But after a while, I kind of developed a backstory to the electric blue station, and it's like a multiversal station, and people from different realities have come here, and with different realities, you're going to have different. I just envision you have different scales. So you might have a Batman who's like 6 inch, 6 inch, 1/12, and then another universe you're going to have a Batman who's 118. So that's kind of another way that I help kind of mesh the two together to make it make sense.
No, yeah, that's awesome. Like we have lots of people do it, right? I don't know. I don't combine my two, but no. Now that I've seen it, I'm like, well, and some characters do work. Like you could take like say the what's that green Marvel legend? That's the what is he called?
The Hulk.
No, not he's a robot body thing. He was in the What If series. Why can I not think of his name?
The Hulk Buster or the Iron.
Hydra Smasher.
Yeah.
Stopper. Hydra Stopper. Oh my god. Total brain fart.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hydra
Yeah.
Stomp.
The phenomenal thing about a lot of the Marvel Legends, and I was deep into it. I've told the story a million times. I sold all my 118 in order to fund gimmick. There are a lot of opportunities, especially with the mechanized, like the Hydra Stomper, the Warmonger suit behind you, the HasLab Galactus, the Sentinels. There's plenty of opportunity there for scaling. Easy for me to say. These lips are a rental. I'm waiting on new ones. Forced perspective shots. There's a great opportunity there, and it swings that way as well. With some of the Mattel Jurassic stuff that was actually 1/6 scale and not 118 like most of their stuff is. If you've got a 1/12 scale world, you can pick up those colossal T-Rexes or the the giant brachiosaurs, which are closer in scale, and you can really make some amazing dynamic shots and include those in your world building. So the crossover is the potential is there. Like, and you have Avengers and they're 1/18 scale, and you want the Incredible Hulk, get yourself a 1/12 Hulk. He's huge. He's the Hulk. It's gonna work. Like, there's opportunity there, and it's really cool to see that you incorporated that and also came up with lore in your world building to explain and also utilize those different scales.
Yeah, that's a fun part that I find about doing this with the world building. Just kind of try to think in your head the backstory, and then kind of like the overall theme of the station. That's been kind of fun. It's still a work in progress, but I've been having fun kind of figuring it out in my head.
Nice. So this is my favorite part of your world too, and I think Mike is getting a little impatient because he's posted this a few times. So that's my favorite part of your world. So
Mike, chill out, buddy.
Well, that's my favorite part too. When I was going through your photos and I'm watching the videos and shorts and stuff, I was like, that is freaking cool, man. But
Thank you.
yeah. But so you've obviously incorporated your 1/12, 1/18 into this whole like kind of like living world, I would say. Like some of the like I was blown away, man. Like when you popped up on Instagram, I was like, how did I not know about this station before? Like this is like it's awesome. So but no, yeah. So you're part of this like awesome community that we all share and stuff. So maybe if you want to, we could get into a tour. We may stop you along the way to give you
Absolutely.
And make sure you show us Mojo World.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts. I'm gonna try to remember how I flipped this. Let's see, settings.
I'm trying to remember what Wentzilla used to say. He used to be the one to guide everybody through it.
Okay, I'm channeling my inner Wentzilla here.
Pirates made it in. Oh, thank goodness. All right, we can call off the search party. Woo!
Oh, Pirates, you made it, buddy. You weren't late because you were playing Starfield, were you? We were just actually talking about Starfield.
Holy Christmas, man.
Good Lord, man. What is going on?
I love the lights. That's a fun part. And I especially wanted to incorporate blinking lights, just kind of where the landing pads are. So that way it would just kind of give the feel of kind of like a, intergalactic airport, if you will, landing area. And those are just cheap LED lights that are strip lights that are just on strobe function. So those I paid like $5 a piece for them. So it's not that hard at all.
No doubt, man.
But
so what's your like kind of like your section, just to kind of give people an idea? What do you figure like your area is at, like an 8x6 foot wall, or like what do you got there?
Yeah, sure. The stand is a 9-foot long stand. It's 2 feet wide and 3 feet high. I built it originally to be load bearing for like a 120-gallon aquarium, but I just got burnt out doing that. So then I just ended up putting the station on here. I mean, I could literally stand on this and jump on this, or park a small car on here. It's load bearing, so it was like a real great base, which gave me the opportunity to build up literally to the ceiling. So that, and I really love doing that, giving that like 3-dimensional and different levels and different looks and nooks and crannies. I think it makes it overall, kind of an interesting look.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't think you have any room to stand or park a car on there, dude. And it would knock over your electric fingers, so that would suck, dude. We all know that, man. The domino effect, especially when you get a dense population, you knock one guy and everybody goes down. Just the way it goes. But yeah, just start at the end, man. Like kind of, what's that section of the top? Is that kind of a watchtower up on your top left there?
Just right up there. That's
Yeah.
that's one of the landing pads. It's I kind of envision it as a. I'll try to get up here so you guys can see it. It's
Need a
area
ladder.
where they offload supplies to the station.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try not to kill myself here. Okay.
Yeah, do me a
So
favor. Don't die on the job here.
but I got a loader. I just thought it'd be funny to put the Terminator T800 in there. So he's so what they're doing, they're unloading from the ships into this cargo floating platform, and then they just bring it down to the lower level of the station here. And this was
That's
fun
smart.
fun
That
to
use
build.
of space is really well thought out. And is that like a ring light there that you're using?
Yeah, I love those things. They're like, you get them at, like, I don't know if you guys have Five and Below where you are, but like $5 stores that we have around here in Grand Rapids, they're cheap and they project so much light, because they use them for selfie lights or whatever, and it's just a soft glow, and it provides a lot of light, and it kind of, I thought, added to that futuristic look.
Yeah, man. And it's yeah, here now they're not just Five Below, they're Five and Above now too. So it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, and $25. I'm like, man, what happened? And it's the old person. I used to make fun of the old person where it was sure, grandpa, tell us again how candy bars were a nickel. And now I feel like the grandpa, like, you used to go into a dollar store and everything was $1. Now it's $1.25. It's crap.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
unfortunately, that's the nature of the thing.
everything's $3 in a Canadian dollar store now.
Yeah, it's getting more every day.
Oh yeah, that is cool, man. I think I
Thank
saw photos of that, or like a build video or something on that one.
Yeah, I might have put, I honestly can't remember. I put up a lot of photos. I may have put up several photos of it on Instagram, but that's actually made from gutters. And I just took a Dremel to it and made I just envisioned it being just kind of like the what do they call it? The tower, just for, like at a airport. I just kind of envision it like a futuristic tower.
Yeah, the flight the flight boy,
What
we're
do
all
they
having
call
a night.
flight control? Flight
Yeah,
control.
flight control
Yeah,
towers. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
but then
Between the three of us, we each probably have half a brain cell left after the week, I'm sure. So if we rub them together, we'll probably get enough of a spark to get an idea what things are called.
we
Oh,
know
there's
what
one.
we mean.
There's one of those Buzz Lightyear ships too. I love the design of that ship, man. What is it
Oh
called?
yeah,
The X
yeah.
something. Yeah.
The customs on those, it's fun to see what people do with them.
It's probably why they're still full price on Amazon, because that's the only thing that's selling.
You ready for
Right.
this? Here's a tip. They're starting to show up at TJ Maxx and Marshalls as well, marked down about the same price as the trucks. So
nice.
for everybody in the chat, and also Bob, you're here in the States, so we have access to cool things like TJ Maxx. Check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have to check that out.
Is that an Independence Day alien?
It is.
Phenomenal.
I found them on Mercari, and I was like, I got a bunch of them for a really good deal, and I was like, I'll have to show you. Actually, I have a queen, and yeah, I couldn't pass it up, so I bought a bunch of them, and I got them all around the station.
I don't blame you. I want to pick up a couple of the UFOs, and
yeah,
if I ever do a custom Jane Cobb action figure, because he was played by Adam Baldwin, I feel like I'm obligated to get one of those and have him yoked up by an alien.
Nice.
All right. Speaking of Xbox, that's a Xbox 360. I think they're called Kinect system.
Oh yeah. The
I just
camera
made it.
virtual thing.
Spray painted it to look like some kind of futuristic communication tower.
Yeah. What else do you do with old Xbox shit, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's
it's
amazing use of, rads like me. We'll pull shit out of the dumpster, but like to have the vision to take a look at that and go, no, that's high tech, radar from the future. Like that's going to go right there, and that's what that's going to be. I wouldn't think of that. Like I'd be like trying to pull it apart and look for parts inside, and you just like completely blew my mind with that. That is awesome, Bob.
Well,
that's
thank you.
Smart thinking,
Appreciate
man.
it, sir.
I am absolutely impressed by that.
Thank you.
All
I
the
tend to.
skills.
I am a fellow ADD or two, and I tend to have episodes of like hyper focus. And when I get into a hobby, I tend to jump in with both feet, all arms, entire body, and then go crazy on it.
So your next thing there, this is for old school Marvel fans. Are you in that wheelhouse? Like, did you follow, like, have you read Marvel comics like your whole life kind of thing?
When I was young, I did, but then I kind of, uh, my parents, our family didn't really have all that much money when we were growing up, so I wasn't able to buy too many comics, but I did when I got back into collecting figures. I just jumped headfirst into comics just through. I love what they're doing on YouTube, like the Rob Core or Variant channel. Film Comics Explained, and I just start watching those kind of as a substitute to the comics. I love the way they break the stories down, and I just thought Ego was very intriguing, and then I was like, man, who's built anything like that? And I really
Oh
and
man.
I really couldn't find anything, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna do it. So
So
that's custom.
yeah, so I think your son has discovered where his missing Xbox Connect went.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then
That is. I'm not gonna
Starboy
lie.
chimed
That's
in
a
here. He's like, Micah, you are going to see all of your missing stuff tonight.
that's
Yeah, I've
hilarious.
done it too, man. My son outgrew Paw Patrol and a few other things, and they're like,
Uh,
yeah, they're getting ripped apart for sure. That's so funny.
that's funny. Yeah, he's throwing away a lot of his stuff, and when because he's reaching a different stage in his life. So I've been going through his room like a fine tooth comb, saying, "What can I make into the station?" So that's been fun.
Taking pieces of the bed frame, like you really don't need these extra slats here. This could make a really good loading ramp. So we're going to take this. Just try not to jump on the bed.
100%. But this guy right here, I made him from. You go to Hobby Lobby. It's a foam, foam like half moon. Uh, it's escaping me. Wherever the heck it is. Styrofoam, half moon thing at Hobby Lobby, and then this is just all spray foam. And then I took 2-part epoxy and sculpted his face, and yeah, spray painted it. So I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out.
No, that looks killer. And playing with my 3.75 just showed up. Hey man, what's going on? Eddie is here in the chat somewhere too. I just saw him. So thanks for coming out, guys. Oh, and there it is, the electric blue station. So what is that? Like, is that an
That
Amazon thing?
I actually found it on. I was trying to think if it was Pinterest. I think. Oh gosh, I am blanking. But
Pinterest or
if you
probably Etsy.
uh, Etsy, you're right. Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. It's Etsy. I was trying to think of. I was looking originally for a neon sign, but then I found this. It's kind of a little bit out of focus here, but there we go. All that is just etched uh, glass, and then it has an LED light that is going through it, and it just pops the etching there, just like a neon sign. Only it doesn't. I find it doesn't like wash out. When you take pictures or video it like a neon sign does. It's actually
Oh yeah.
better. And
Yeah, I'm always looking for alternatives because I've already got like 1.5 power bars like full just running my LED light strips and stuff like that. But
yeah,
is that
that is a custom. You just tell them what color you want and what do you want it to say, and he made it. And yeah, I've been super happy with it.
nice? So we've got a guy in the chat. And he's like, he's trolling Hobby Lobby. I don't know. It's this Fannin Studios guy. He doesn't seem to like Hobby Lobby at all.
No, they are not a good business, and man, you can get all that stuff elsewhere for cheaper.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know some
There's
folks.
a trade off.
Yeah, some folks they're pretty landlocked as to what they can get, but man, I'm telling you, anything you could see at Hobby Lobby, if you take a look around, you'll find it cheaper and probably better quality as well too. I've had some stuff from Hobby Lobby. It's like come apart. It's like, yeah, you get what you pay for there.
Oh,
They
speaking of that mech you just showed there, they've had those on clearance at Toys R Us in Canada for like a year right now.
all right, we don't have those here in America. They killed Jeffrey. They took him out back behind the shed, put him down. Toys R Us is gone. Sure, I bring up TJ Maxx, like, oh, we got a cool store. He throws Toys R Us in our face.
Yeah, but you're not missing much, man. They're pretty gougy with their prices, man. It's like
Yeah, for real.
Not paying $44 for Captain Marvel with your cat. Like, no thanks. There it is, Fannin. There's your
That
big
thing is so cool.
Yeah, and it's got the wiring in it. So I just put the Master Chief there. I thought it'd be cool having him fighting the alien. Then I had some, more of that Pukani Reef Rock. I just two-part epoxied it together, made this cliff structure, and then I ended up connecting it to this building right here, which is one of my favorites. This is, speaking of repurposing things, I love like cat towers because they're made for cats, so I mean, if they can
Oh,
hold a
totally.
cat,
Yeah.
then they can definitely hold figures.
Man, if I put a cat tower in here, my cats already get bold and try and step up on there. I would have to fight them out of here with a water bottle, trying to get them to stop climbing up there.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, I feel your pain. Well, we got a couple comments here and saying show the TV. Is that what they're talking about up in there?
Oh yeah, that right there. That's another thing I got on Etsy. They it's like a you can take images. Because the theme overall is Galactus. So this is what's going on right now is the Galactus Festival. So they're just showing video footage of Galactus on the big screen TV. I got that off Etsy. All you gotta do is screenshot something, send it to him, and then he puts it. He's got a really expensive printer apparently, and then he prints it out really high quality photo and puts it on the television. So I thought it'd be cool to have the big screen and back with footage of Galactus while Lex Luthor is serving some electric blue elixir there that you can see on the left there.
Must
Probably
be a pretty rough place if your bartender's all geared up like that. That's some serious armor.
Yeah, it is.
He's wearing kryptonite in case Superman shows up, I'm sure.
Yeah, they get drunk on the electric blue, and then this stuff's really expensive to make. So they have this. They have a Thor variant. He's kind of struggles with the electric blue elixir, kind of addicted to it. So he's the bouncer there, and he's always drinking it.
Nice. Holy bottles, man. So like you ordered those was that an Etsy thing too, or you didn't make those, did you?
I got it off, I believe it was either eBay or Etsy, and I just went crazy just looking up stuff like because I wanted to give that that detail look for the bar, and I was shocked at the level of detail that you can find on Etsy for these liquor bottles. I'll try to get kind of close to them here. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, like they look perfect.
Yeah, and I love hot glue gun is like one of my favorite things to use. And then I just hot glued those bad boys to the back there to look like a back shelving.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's dope, man. Holy cow. Like the detail is like insane.
Yeah, it's fun. It's hard with my ADD to kind of slow down and get the detail, but every once in a while I like to kind of hit it hard with the details.
Well, I do that too. I'll establish something, then you kind of go back and like add stuff to it or whatever. Like I rarely ever myself even like finish something entirely in one go.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I love the
And then,
song. Well,
oh,
that's what you
thank
do.
you.
That's what you do with the extra Modoc face. Stick it on the wall.
There you go.
Yeah, I thought like Modoc Arcade, and then I like incorporating the box art and just cutting it up and putting it in here in the arcade. And those signs I got off Etsy as well. Then I got a bunch of arcade machines.
Dope. Is that Maggot?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He's a pretty fun character.
Oh, there's what's is that Mako or King Shark?
That's from the Suicide Squad. Which one is he?
King Shark.
Oh,
King Shark. Okay.
oh, okay, yeah, Mako is the Marvel version of that, I think.
And
I had to get him though. He was a pretty fun figure. And
Oh,
that's kind of like a nostalgia there.
dude, where did you get that Johnny Five? I've been looking all over for one of those for like ever in that scale.
I saw it. I believe it was on Facebook. There was an ad that popped up randomly for some reason, like Big Brother Facebook. I don't know. Heard me mention Short Circuit, but this is actually kind of like some kind of like Lego type thing, and then I just weathered it and sanded down the little the areas that I don't know what you call them, almost like rivets, kind of drive me crazy at times. So I kind of sanded those down, and then I weathered it, and then it turned out pretty good.
Oh, no. Oh, there's that figure I was talking about. You can get for $44 at Toys R Us. Captain Marvel there with the leather jacket. But to be fair, she comes with a cat too.
Where's Goose? Yeah.
Where's Goose?
Yeah, my daughter, she grabbed the cat, so the cat's MIA. It disappeared into my daughter's room. So
Oh, my son does that, man. I'm on my like fourth Grogu action figure because he keeps disappearing.
right.
He's been eating.
Well, there's Ray's speeder there. That one's like kind of dinged up and customized though, eh?
Yeah, I like taking that's another favorite part of my hobby, just taking it and weathering it and customizing it. I took off the plastic that was on there for the netting, and then this is just like fish netting, just from the it's basically from an aquarium hobby. I just took some fish netting or whatever, and then spray painted it and put some stuff in there, and
That is
yeah.
cool. Love
Clever
it.
use,
And,
man. Clever use.
thank you. Yeah, it's kind of funny how one hobby blends into another, and then you kind of find connections to them.
Oh, there's Krang. Krang.
That one was a fun figure. I had to get him.
Yeah, I've been waiting. That other line that just came out, they're cheaper, but I'm just like waiting to pull the trigger on Krang. Oh, that's
And
cool,
this
man.
right here is the security station, and I've been taking advantage. A lot of the Buzz Lightyear stuff is marked down pretty low. You can get these figures for like some places for like $3.59, under $4. So
Mhm.
I've been grabbing those up here and
And
there.
they're cool. They're cool space figures. Like they got that armor and stuff. Like I actually think they're pretty cool. But,
Yeah, yeah. I thought they'd be good for them to be the Electric Blue Station, the EBS security force.
and that's typically how it goes. Whatever you can find the cheapest can be your police force.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Army build. That's
At
true.
least they're not
That's very
pink.
true.
At least they're not pink.
Yeah, and this is a seafood bar.
Holy, look at the fish that clone trooper is about to go down on there. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's lionfish. Yeah,
It is they're poisonous, man.
yeah. The crazy thing is that they're trying to make them a delicacy. I know in Florida they're just like ravaging like the local,
Mhm.
aquatic life. So they come up with dishes for them where to make it safe. Somehow they get rid of the poison, and then they made all these dishes so they're good to eat. So as crazy as
Oh,
it sounds, people eat that.
yeah, no doubt. Well, it reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons where Homer eats the puffer fish and he wasn't sure it was made right and he thinks he's going to die. That's an ancient episode. That's got to be like season 2 or 3. Holy crap.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're on
Simpsons. They're still going, aren't they?
season
Oh,
like
yeah.
98 now, aren't they?
I think so.
And that right there is actually a one of those for just air bubblers for aquariums. Here I go again,
Oh,
blanking. But I thought, man, that would make a good like soda fountain or like a beer.
that's totally what it
Just
looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very clever.
yeah. And there's very minimal modification I had to do. I just had to make a grill for the bottom of it, and then I just weathered it. And honestly, it just looks like that. So I didn't have to do hardly anything to it.
Well, and I love that style, like because everything's very like I'm gonna say congested, but I mean it in a good way, where it's very
Sure.
tight and populated, and it looks like this station has been around for 100 years, and people have been like living in it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And that I
It's
saw that on IG too. Yeah, if you want to talk about your mason jar elevator there.
it's
Oh,
almost like claustrophobic in a good way. It's similar to the city markets in Japan and in China. It's very Blade Runner esque in the fact that there's so much going on in such a small space.
Nice.
yeah. This right here is the half the fun for me. I do want to get into 3D printing because I think that's awesome. But half the fun for me too is just repurposing things. So this is actually a peanut butter jar, and then I took a Dremel to it. My second favorite tool is like a Dremel tool. It opened
Nice.
up so many options for customization. That's that's from a monster can. That's from Final Faction stuff. And this actually has a rail right here system where it can go manually up and down. And this is from a light fixture from Aquarium. So yeah,
Okay.
I do. I got a lot of aquarium repurposing.
Oh, and there's the brood hiding out in their little nests there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're if you do a black wash on him, the level of detail on those old brood figures is absolutely amazing. It pops it right out.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do black washes in general on some of the old Toy Biz figures, and like there was a lot of detail in those actually for what they were.
Yeah, yeah. And then that's the wormhole right there. And I just took a cheap infinity mirror, and that ring that's over that is actually from that cheap Guardians of the Galaxy ship. I just thought, man,
Oh
that
yeah.
just looks like a Stargate. So I put it over it, and it turned out good.
Nice, man.
Thank you.
Jerry's got a question here: how we get manage to get enough space for all that. It's a lot of I don't know, what would you say, compromise?
Yeah, I tend to take the edit. My wife is a saint, and I tend to do. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So if I said, "Oh, honey, I'm going to make a 6 foot, stand," and then all of a sudden it turns into a 9 foot, and then so yeah, she's a saint. She puts up with my obsessive behavior.
Nice. Yeah, I think your son put a comment in here earlier that your mom was a saint. That was what he said. So he knows, man. He knows. He's living it. He lives it every day.
Yes. Sometimes saints get mad, but for the most part, she puts up with it. And
Well,
this
that's
right
the
here
thing.
is Galaxy Girls. So this is the gentleman's club. I
Oh,
tried to
nice.
keep it PG-13, but I had to have the golden pimp Destro in there.
Yeah,
Nice. Oh, of course. He has to be in there.
that's reasonable.
I love that patio and the little dangly lights and stuff. It looks so
Thank you.
good. I love it. Great.
Yeah, that's from actually from lockers, that kids use, come out every fall just for their books and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you.
I love those things when they go on discount. They work so good for like structures.
And
And that
Bjorn's
right,
asking, is that Pandora?
that is, and I figured, because Pandora's got a lot of girlfriends, so I figured she's here hooking up with oh, what's her name? Is a Knight,
Kitty. Oh,
uh,
Kitty. That's the Age of
Kitty Pride.
Apocalypse. Kitty Pride. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're kind of hooking up by Pimp
Yeah.
Destro there.
High Zone just commented. Yeah. It's such insane detail, man. Like, holy cow.
We're also getting a lot of demands for the TV LEDs that we're supposed to see.
Yeah. Somebody said they keep talking about the
Oh,
big TV. Show the big TV.
oh
So I
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll show the TV, and then you want me to come back to Mojo?
It's actually just a real 52-inch TV. He's just really proud of it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But this is how I started out my obsession during the start of COVID, and that TV. It may look bigger than it is. It's really like on the smaller side. I forget what size it is, but it's
It's a
under.
42 or something.
Yeah, yeah. And then this is just cheap shelving that I just got really lucky because I was able to. There's a piece there, there's a piece there, there's a piece there, and I thought, man, I'm just going to make it kind of look like a fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and here it is.
Yeah, well, there's so many possibilities. You can put any image on there. Like if Mojo's having a party or something, you can just put crazy swirly crap on it or something or whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love putting all kinds of things on there, like the Matrix, the code, the green code. I like doing that, putting that on there. I just go through kicks every once in a while.
Absolutely.
And this is the overall theme of the fireplace here, if you will, is what happens if Deadpool got the Infinity Gauntlet. And you open it.
Nice.
Thanks. So he's eating pizza and then opening portals to other dimensions, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, get the Infinity Gauntlet away from that knucklehead!"
That looks like Bishop's gonna blast that pizza right out of his hand. I love that he's wearing Thanos' helmet too.
Yeah, Thanos isn't too happy, but he knows I better not do anything right now. But everyone's just ready to pounce. They're just waiting for him to make a mistake.
Hell Mango wants to know if it's hard to see the TV when you're playing Minecraft on it.
Yeah, my son. Yeah, it's funny you mention that. My son gets annoyed because I had Morpheus here in his chair, and my son was getting annoyed because he couldn't see some of the readouts or just from some of his games in Minecraft. So Morpheus had to move in with Alf over at Mojo Towers. So
Any opportunity to move in with Alf is a great opportunity, let me tell you.
Oh, I would totally live with
oh
Elf. I
yeah,
wouldn't have a cat though. I do like
oh
cats,
yeah.
So does
not
he.
with
He just likes him for the wrong reason.
Elf.
Just let me
Wow,
know
dude.
if I'm going too slow here, guys.
Yeah, if you could just move your camera around and swing it back and forth so we all get nauseous, that would be stupid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've seen
Big
some
Greg.
videos on YouTube, and I just want to beg politely, like, please stop. I want to see your stuff. I see some Jurassic. I see a scorpion. What the hell is it? Scorpius Rex or something like that from Jurassic. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's better than having the shakes and childhood trauma, isn't it, family?
You got the shakes, man.
Yeah, he's in the chat tonight, man. You're a saint for returning. We had a blast when we did a show with Devastation Station, man. That was so much fun, man. Holy cow!
That's it.
Oh, there's the old Galactus.
Yeah, buddy. Up there's no.
Yeah, I
He's
got it.
Null.
So the lights right behind his eyes, so it pops.
That's awesome. Null is the god of the symbiotes.
No, I just wondered what he was on.
Oh,
But no, light piping is so underrated, man. I wish they still did it with droids and stuff.
he's on his fucking worst behavior is what he's on. Look at him.
Looks like a freaking crazy madness. I don't know what.
This
Did you
is
make
another a selfie stick, like with an adapter, and then I just reinforced it with some wiring. And what this is, then I just took some more wiring, and this is all hot glue, and then I spray painted it. I keep on putting off. I gotta put his insignia or whatever you call it on his armor, but that's a custom
It's
right
dope,
there
man.
from. I can't remember the elf. Gosh, what was it Malik or I can't remember the name of the elf.
Oh, Malik.
Malik, yeah.
Oh, Malachi. No, not Malachi. That's from Children of the Corn, isn't
Malachi will see you now.
it?
It's a great reference, man. That movie is awesome.
Yeah, dude. Venom,
Well, I can
madness. Love Venom.
pop back over to Mojo Towers here.
Yeah.
But
Let's check out Mojo.
But I'll there's that
Guardian ship.
Chief Guardians of the Galaxy
Oh,
ship
yeah.
I customized. And I made some custom flame effects for it and weathered it. And found some kind of weird looking thing that I said, oh, that's the shield to the ship in my son's room, of course. So sorry, Micah, that's another thing I stole.
Hey, Fake Pix, what's going on, man? Glad you could come out tonight.
He's going to come downstairs one day and all toys have clothes on and he's going to be missing his favorite shirt.
There's the Dystopian Playgrounds. Hey, man, what's going on? If I missed you earlier, apologies.
All right. There's Alf's apartment there.
Oh, I'm totally hanging out there, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope.
He's got a good seat for the action there down below.
Well, I'd imagine Elf is like a VIP. He would probably have his own like skybox.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of what it looks like. He's just got his buddies over. They're like, come on, Elf, man. Let me come up to the skybox.
Yeah, can we watch Mojo World from your living room, please? Please, can we watch Mojo World?
Live action Mojo.
You know what you should add to that? Just a suggestion is a whole bunch of empty cat carriers like piled up in the corner of his apartment.
Oh my god.
Cat bones.
Just thrown in the corner, like just totally discarded.
That's dark.
Well, I didn't say make his couch made out of cat faces or something. Like
it's just all cat fur.
Yeah.
And this arena right here, this is finished off with the I am so horrible with the detailed references, but this is from Danger Room that you can get with some of the older Marvel figures. I just bought a bunch of them on the cheap and just made it into the arena.
Nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is an awesome. You really put a lot, and I say a lot like volume number one because there's a lot there, but also like you put a lot into the construction, what your thought process was for your world building, how you wanted things laid out. And also you do the thing that I always like try and promote people to when they say, oh, I don't have a lot of space. Build up, right? You can go in the upward direction in a small space. And just like you showed that apartment that was, repurposed, that is building up. You're going in the air instead of going, sideways or across the table or anything like that. So, I mean, really good work here. I'm impressed.
Thank
and
you.
I love all like the sponsorships that you have all over the place, the different signage. It's things like that add to the world and make it seem lived in and realistic.
Well, and I've got a question here in the comments, and Elf's real name is Gordon Shumway.
I didn't know that.
Actual real life name.
Yes.
You don't only know that, I think, if you watch the cartoon. Like, I was like, Elf was like right in my wheelhouse when it came out. So I was like a big, like, I watched the cartoon, the TV show, like the whole thing. I think I even had a lunchbox.
Yeah, man. I was a big Alf fan when I was a little kid, and then one Halloween, someone showed up in a full Alf costume. So unbeknownst to me, my family decided to just invite Alf into the house without like letting me prepare. So I had a meltdown, obviously. Because, you don't just bring the thing from the TV into the living room. Like, you don't do that to a kid. But did they care? No, sir, they did not. They just brought Alf in the house, and I had a meltdown, and it was classic experience for me. I'm sure it didn't have any ill effects on me or anything like that.
No trauma.
Not at all.
No childhood trauma or like the shake or anything like that, family?
No, I don't pee a little every time I see Alf. That's nothing like that.
I do when I see clowns, man. I freaking hate clowns so much.
If I see a loaf of bread near a cat, I start to get nervous, but that's probably nothing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the same with clowns. Clowns are freaking gross.
Yeah, clowns are creepy. This is the Pork Chop Express, another custom.
Yes, I saw this on IG, and I was like just waiting for the moment to see this thing finish, man. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's like my favorite movie. So I just had to make a futuristic, low orbit, if I can talk, like semi type vehicle.
Nice. And then we have a few phobias in the chat, like Pirates of the Galaxy. He hates clouds. So every time he walks out of his house, he looks into the sky and screams.
Oh, he hates clouds?
He just hates clouds. But I think it's a typo. I bet you wanted to say clowns.
Maybe you meant clowns in the clouds. Maybe that's...
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he actually does hate clouds. I get it. You know what I mean? They're just up there. Whose business is that? Like, where do they get off,
Yeah.
Yeah, he just chimed in. He said it was a typo. I was like, clouds, really?
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Like,
I love
how badass would that be? Knowing somebody who hates clouds. Like, that's it right there. That's the way it should be.
Pirates thinks you should put the driver as the evil villain from Bionic 6, the one guy that wore a trucker hat. I remember that.
Okay. I'll have to Google that.
Yeah, no, Bionic 6 is kind of one of those more obscure lines. But the figures are actually, I've got a few of the 3 3/4 ones, and their bodies are actually like die cast. Like, they're actually metal figures. It's weird.
Huh.
There's a truck stop. Godzilla's like coming in to just mangle those guys right now. Oh,
He's
I love
actually
that Godzilla.
Just there to use the restroom.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
This guy, I love this guy. I hunted all around. I got a good deal on him because his tail was chopped off here, so it was an easy fix. I just put wiring, 2-part epoxy, and then just spray painted it, and you can hardly tell.
No, you matched that like perfectly for the color.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's badass, man.
Thank you.
But the scale, and like I just love how like just random and crazy the station is. It's like you said, it's like a hub, almost like a hub world, and everybody's just kind of showing up here. Oh, there's Goliath up the top.
Nice.
That's the only place he could fit his wings is near your ceiling where nothing else.
Yeah, I secured him by zip tying his tail, so I'm hoping his tail's sturdy because otherwise that sucker's going to get pulled off and life's going to take a nosedive there. But so far, so good.
Jerry Parks. Seen a lot of girls that must love clowns, at least based on their dating habits.
Hey, it works for both of the sexes and in between, man. There's plenty of people that like dating clowns. Trust me.
Oh, was Doc Brown on the clock tower? Moonbaker Station caught that.
Yeah.
I totally missed that, man. Good eye.
Great
Good eye.
Scott.
Yeah.
You gotta have you should put the electric cable down and have him like sliding down it or whatever he does in the movie there.
Right. Good idea.
Great Scott.
The big Galactus Doom head. That's dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, Maestro. I love that like whole story arc. Looks like he's got some fresh heads out there in front of him.
Yeah, it's a good head repurposing.
Oh, totally.
And then this is actually his throne is made from just a Halloween skeleton hand, and then I 2-part epoxy. Then I took parts from BF figures that I won't ever complete, and I just made. I figured I made a throne from. It's kind of macabre, but from body parts of his fallen enemies. So I figured that big hand is probably from Giant Man.
Oof,
oh yeah,
that's dark.
Yeah. I figure Maestro's pretty dark, guys. So
yeah,
he is.
Giant Man shrinks though. The hand shrinks one day, and he's just right to the floor.
Well, don't they have it in that timeline? Don't they have something called like Pym's Landing or something where it's like Giant Man's skeleton? Like, I think that's what they call it, like Pym's Landing, and it's like Giant Man's skeleton. He's still in like giant mode.
That's
nice.
Oh, there it is, the X Mansion. What is that X Mansion? Like just a dollhouse or something?
Yeah, it's a dollhouse. The name escapes me. It's like family something. Gosh,
Like family fun, not for Marvel Legends dollhouse.
It's like family mansion or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I had to bribe my daughter. She said I had to pay her $6 to and bought it off of her.
That's
even though she doesn't use it. She says I haven't paid her yet.
Can't believe you robbed her for $6. That's.
I said I think I've given you $6 a million times over.
If she's watching or she watches the playback, you should at least try and get a 10. You want to get the even number, the big round even number.
Collect it as many times as you can.
Yeah.
There you go.
We are the best at giving bad advice.
My battery, unfortunately, it's at about 10% right now, so I'm hoping it'll. I think I got about 15 minutes left on it.
Well, I think we're getting. Oh wow, there's a whole interior, dude. What?
Yeah, my daughter's gotten good playtime out of it, so it's kind of in disarray. But
now I have to redo my X Mansion because yours is cooler than mine.
You should do an X Games mansion where it's all the X-Men, but you just like give them rollerblades and skateboards and bikes. You have a tiny person in your room. I don't know if you know this.
She wants her $6, man.
Hey, tiny person. Okay, I had to make sure tiny person had tiny clothes. Okay, good.
She wants her $10, man.
She's come to collect. Oh, she wants me to show you guys real quick. I don't know if the lights are on, but I made the danger room.
Oh, dude,
get out of here!
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's even like just down below in like a secret like bunker place.
Cygor down there.
This is
so good.
This is actually a aquarium stand. So yeah, this is where the sump will go. But sorry, it's kind of in a disarray there too. But my daughter's laughing because Plays in a lot. Show them that part. But these are extreme sets. Oh,
Nice. Those
okay.
are the
Apparently,
right now.
yeah.
someone's taking a nap. You had female Thor, her taking a nap there, huh? Here, I'll try. There's like 2 more things here, guys. Just let me know if we need to wrap it up soon.
Well, as long as your battery holds out.
Okay. I probably got about 10 minutes, I'm hoping. This is Outpost Alpha.
Another cat tower utilized.
Yeah. Yeah, I specifically bought it for the. Yeah, I specifically bought it for this, and I tell you what, it was super fun taking off all the carpeting that was on there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
Somewhere there's
It
a
was
really pissed off cat.
Yeah, I was afraid the cat was gonna play with it, but luckily he hasn't. And these are just like 5 and below crates that I
I think
repurposed.
this station, this part here is like when I first like found you on IG. Because you started setting
Okay.
this up, and I was like, "Oh, that's such a great reuse of those stupid storage crates that always break."
Yeah, thanks. They work great just for structures.
Like even the bottoms already look like a industrial floor.
They're shit for storage, but they're great for toys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hoping we get to your aquarium thing.
Yeah, let me do that before the battery goes kaput.
This is awesome. Like
Thank you.
everyone in the chat, man. I want to do this like so bad. This looks so freaking cool.
The biggest piece of advice that I would give would be to build a support structure. I just recently did this because the seams were looking kind of. I was worried that it was breaking apart the seams, having the weight on, because aquariums are designed to hold water, not necessarily stuff on top. So
Gotcha.
I tried to give it the illusion that it was still on top, but it's floating now, and this is PVC pipe.
Oh, it's better to play it safe with aquariums, man. I had one in my old apartment like blow. It was like the worst time ever.
Yeah. Yeah, they can go bad in an instant, unfortunately. Sometimes when they fail, they just fail instantly.
It's like me in life.
You just fail instantly.
Sometimes when I fail instantly.
When I fail, I like to fail instantly.
We all do, man. We all do. And speaking of failing, that if you don't tolerate Tina's tacos, if you fail to tolerate them, that's why I put that structure right by there.
Jason Jensen mentioned that you're going to need another room, and I think your son is worried that you might take his room. So,
yeah, he doesn't need all that space.
Come on, man! We'll make you a nice corner in the garage. You won't even notice.
Yeah, it's warm there in the summer.
In the summer, in the winter, you can come and sleep by the fireplace on the living room floor.
The fireplace on the television, though.
Yeah, that's warm, right? Yeah, my favorite part of this is and I'll try not to get too close to the water here. Drop my
Don't
phone
drop your phone in. That would be a crazy view for like 2 minutes until your phone dies.
But I wanted to kind of feel like a dock, like a fishing area.
That's exactly what it feels like, man. I love it. At first, I wasn't sure you were going to fill it with water. I thought you were going to like maybe put things down in it on stands and stuff to emulate that. But I love like it's still an aquarium. That's so cool.
Yeah, I like the just incorporating something that's dynamic and alive and organic, and the challenge of trying to fit it in with action figures and diorama.
Well, and they totally add that motion, right? Like you said, it's like a living world. Like there's actually
Yeah,
fish.
Not me trying to have a tank full of smallmouth bass in my kitchen.
That'd be a
that'd be
big
cool though. Yeah, but I picture this the dock as like a research facility, and they have this body of water for research, and they use it for like aquatic farming or testing equipment is what I picture. Like I imagine that to be. I kind of thought that kind of looked. I wanted to make something that looked like. Oh, what's that horror movie that the one with the drive that where they go to HE hockey sticks? You
Oh,
know what
you're
I'm
not
talking about?
not. Oh no, I was thinking of that
Event,
movie, The Abyss, where they go down to the bottom of the ocean. But
Event Horizon. That's it.
oh, okay, Outer Multiverse. Maybe thought it was Deep Blue Sea with all the crazy sharks.
Okay, yeah, that's a good movie too. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love how Sam Jackson's sitting there giving a
Mm-hmm.
speech. And the shark just comes out and just yanks him.
Yeah, I love that.
That actually caught me off right off guard in that movie. I was like, "What? What the hell just happened?"
Yeah, I love that. It was like something that's not predictable. Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts because it was crazy.
And that's Fortnite shark that you had hanging up there.
Yeah, yeah, he was on sale at Ollie's, and the way my brain works, I just instantly think I'm gonna have that, and I picture the scenario hanging up, and then I get it and I do it.
That's the trick, man. Like that's what this
Yeah,
is
that was
about, like seeing something and doing it. That's the thing, is a lot of people will spend so much time thinking about it and wondering how they're going to do it and which way they should do it is best and all that, and it's like just do it. Just commit to the bit and start, and you're going to go from there. You're going to have the best time.
yeah, and like Pale Mango
Right.
says here, like at the amount of hours that I can even like just imagine that you put into this is probably phenomenal. Like, oh my god, man! You said
Yeah, it's
you've only been at this what, a year and a half, and like, good lord, man.
yeah, that I built a year and a half, that has probably been up for maybe I would say 2 years previous. But
Oh, okay,
as far as that goes, yeah, that's been about a year and a half. So
It's
oh,
tremendous, and we don't want your battery to die. So I do just want
okay.
to thank you ahead of time in case it does cut out, Bob, for coming on, because this has just been
Yeah,
an excellent showcase of what can be
thank you.
done across scales and with different toy lines and just utilizing things that you have, other hobbies that you might have. Um, you're using things that I never would have thought to use, and I'm a reuser who likes to utilize other things, and I'm just seeing all kinds of tips and tricks. So man, this has been a phenomenal episode. I'm really glad that you came on, so thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I learned from you guys. You know, I watch you guys. I just love the community and the the positivity of it. That and
absolutely, yeah. Like this whole community, like even from the get go, like everybody give you a round of applause, pat on the back. Like this is one of the most positive communities you could probably ever get involved with, like you said, and it's we all kind of feed off each other, and the rest is history, I guess.
yeah, I love it. The sense of community. Yep.
No doubt. But yeah, definitely go follow him. And you got a YouTube and an Instagram, right?
Yeah, yeah, electric blue station on YouTube. Uh it it's got a lot of aquarium videos on it. So if you're like, what the heck are these doing here? I converted it just in electric blue station. So I've got like two videos so far. I'll try to put up more, kind of go over the lore of the station and some details, maybe get into doing build videos, but I'm not a very good editor, but maybe it's something I'll learn in the future.
And yeah, for anybody watching this post, like definitely check out Electric Blue Station. But everybody, like 99% of the people that you're seeing pop up in the chat here, either have an Instagram or a YouTube account, like, go check them all out. Like everybody is like, it's an amazing community, like so creative, and like yeah, your inspiration is like you could spend like weeks just watching everybody's content. So it's just like great. It's an awesome.
And you know, guys, I wish you would. I wish you would go and just pick a playlist on my channel, put it on play, let the hours rack up. I mean, just specifically mine. Just Fannin Studios. No, nobody else. But just and that's a great thing to do too. It's like when you're working on stuff, maybe there's not a live stream that night, or you want some inspiration or some background noise. Throw on a couple of videos. I've certainly put on Rad's walkthroughs and things like that. I put on Wenzilla's videos. I've gone through and just put people's. The other night, I just had Pirates. I had Pirates videos playing in the background while I was working on things. So, the opportunity's there. It's on YouTube. It's free. You watch a commercial or whatever, and just enjoy the craft, enjoy the hobby, and enjoy the community. It's all there for us to utilize.
Yeah, you don't even need to watch that crappy mainstream television. Just go onto YouTube and just go find all these creators. But that's what I do too, man. Like I'll catch up on Dawn Pirates. Like that's when I catch up with everybody is when I'm working on my custom, so I can watch that. And, do your painting or whatever you're doing. But yeah, man. So once again, we're rocking almost an hour and a half here. I want to thank absolutely everybody in the chat and everybody post watching this in the community. Thanks for coming out, supporting the channel. We love coming out here every week and doing this with you guys. And I guess next week we're doing a round table. So some people in the chat here will probably be keeping an eye out for a message from me or Fannin about next week's show. So we don't want to get anybody all like super hyped up right now, but we're trying to get Lockdown Productions on for episode 17. He's got, go check his stuff out too, man. It's freaking insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fannin, you want to get anything you want to close with tonight?
Just again, thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been an awesome show. Huge crowd tonight. Again, Bob, thank you for coming on. You've really shown some awesome things, awesome takeaways, and just like again, thank you to everybody. Check out the Patreon that Rad's got set up. Check out my OnlyFans. I'm kidding mostly, but go and support people in the community. Go check out everybody's videos. Subscribe to their YouTube. Subscribe to their Instagram, and just thanks again, everyone.
Yeah, it's usually a really good day on Instagram if you only get a couple OnlyFans requests in your inbox. So that's a good day on Instagram. But
you told me you didn't mind getting them from me. That's all I'll say.
It's getting expensive, dude. I can't afford to do everything. But anyways,
save money for the action figures.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, Electric Blue, man. It was awesome to see the setup you've got. It's kind of like maybe change. It's definitely changed my perspective of world building a little bit, of not separating that stuff and bringing it together. It's very unique. I love the aquarium, Mojo World. The whole setup's awesome. And hopefully your son found all his missing toys when he watches the video tonight. But anyways, yeah. So everybody, thank you for coming out so much. We'll see you next week, and cheers. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe.
See you guys. Take care.